World War II's North African campaign was as much a battle of wit as it was of firepower. Here, in the vast and unforgiving desert, one of Germany's most brilliant generals, Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, dubbed the Desert Fox for his strategic genius, met his match in the form of an unlikely adversary, the resourceful Australian forces. Control over North Africa meant control over the Suez Canal, a vital passage for supplies and reinforcements between Europe, Asia, and the oil-rich Middle East. The Axis and Allied forces both knew that the winner of this campaign would significantly impact the broader war effort. While Rommel was well prepared, having led successful assaults in Europe, he was entering a new kind of battlefield in North Africa, one that required constant adaptation to the desert's unique challenges. With his swift, decisive attacks and an almost uncanny ability to anticipate his enemy's moves, Rommel quickly gained control of key positions across North Africa. His troops, highly skilled in tank warfare, launched blitzkrieg tactics that left Allied forces struggling to keep up. But Rommel had a major weakness: his campaign was resource-intensive, and he often faced logistical issues with supplies. Rommel was so focused on taking key strongholds that he grew increasingly frustrated with any delays. The Australian forces noticed this growing impatience, and they began crafting a plan to exploit it. The Australians devised a risky, yet brilliant plan. They constructed dummy tanks and artillery, assembling them from wood, canvas, and whatever scraps were available. These false forces were positioned in plain sight, designed to draw Rommel's attention. At the same time, the Australians kept their true positions hidden, preparing to strike where Rommel least expected. The ruse was meticulously crafted. They even installed small engines to stir up dust clouds behind the dummy tanks, making it appear as though real armored divisions were mobilizing. From aerial reconnaissance, these decoys were indistinguishable from actual forces. Rommel, known for his hands-on approach, had scouts and pilots constantly gathering intelligence for him. This time, however, his information would lead him straight into a trap. Reports of the massive Australian buildup reached Rommel. Confident in his ability to outmaneuver any Allied force, he redirected his troops to confront what he believed was a significant threat. His forces took up defensive positions, anticipating a fierce assault that never came. Meanwhile, the actual Australian units had moved in the opposite direction, aiming to breach weaker areas in Rommel's lines. In a stunning turn of events, Rommel found himself outmaneuvered, his formidable forces diverted by nothing more than a clever trick. By the time he realized the deception, Australian troops had already advanced, disrupting Rommel's supply lines and weakening his hold on key positions. This clever strategy proved devastating to Rommel's campaign. Unable to secure the rapid victories he was known for, he found himself bogged down in a prolonged engagement he hadn't anticipated. His confidence in his tactical supremacy took a blow, and his supply lines became increasingly vulnerable to further attacks. The Australians had shown that intelligence and creativity could turn the tide even against a seasoned strategist like Rommel. The success of the dummy tanks and the Australian forces' audacity remain legendary. This battle isn't only about winning or losing territory. It's about how a seemingly weaker force can outsmart a powerful adversary with clever tactics. This story stands as a testament to human ingenuity, resilience, and the power of thinking outside the box when it matters most.